Hey, welcome back to my channel, Empowerment for Women. If you're visiting my channel for the first time, welcome. So ladies, you went out on a date with this guy. You've been talking to him for a while, maybe a few weeks, few days. You finally meet up with him. You guys totally vibe through text, but then all of a sudden, after you meet up, you feel completely rejected. He's not texting you back as much, or he ghosted you altogether. These are the mistakes that you might have made that you didn't realize you were making. Okay, so just remember to take this with a grain of salt. This does not apply to every person, every situation. These are just helpful tips to explain why maybe this keeps happening to you, or maybe it's happened to you once or twice or for the first time. Anyway, ladies, men are wired differently than we are. This isn't a double standard issue. It's just there's rules and there's the exception. So guys will actually test you when they first meet you. So there's the fun time girl, or there's the girl that they want to take home to mom and dad. Alright, those are the two categories they're going to place you in. Okay, so the first thing a guy looks at when he sees a girl on a date, did she look like she was trying too hard? Was your clothing or your apparel a little bit too revealing? Or was it sexy and classy? Or was it, lack of? If you show up in something that's super casual, think of this as a job interview. You're making a first impression on somebody. This doesn't have to be, a shallow thing or a superficial thing. However, looks are the very first thing that people see, and whether we like it or not, that's the first judgment call they can make whenever they're seeing you. So when you show up to a date, the best thing to do is wear something sexy, but not too revealing. When a man is looking for a serious prospect, a little mystery it speaks volumes about you. It shows, that you're modest, but you know how to dress nice, you have sex appeal. But if you're coming in and, you're wearing a shirt where your boobs are hanging out and, just something that's not real classy, unfortunately, he's going to go to a place in his head thinking that, you're coming off kind of slutty. I'm just going to be blunt, and that could be a huge turnoff to a guy, so just keep that in mind. The other thing is, during conversation, women tend to talk a little bit more than men do. So don't over-dominate the conversation. Make sure you're asking questions about him. Make sure you're trying to show interest in what he's doing, and, show that you're actually trying to get to know him. And when you share things about yourself, don't overshare. Don't complain about this and that and talk about why the other guys in your life didn't work out, etc. Oversharing can be a huge turnoff to a guy because it just shows that, a little bit that you lack confidence, and the other thing is that you might be showing that, you have some baggage that you're not being able to let go of. So guys also love to receive compliments. So if you show up to the date and he says, you look really nice or you look beautiful, compliment him back. Just because they're guys doesn't mean that they don't like to hear nice things about themselves. It really builds up their self-esteem, and it shows that you are taking an interest in them right away. So a lot of guys also look for qualities in a woman, if she's confident, also if she has her own thing going on, if she has ambition. So when you're sharing things about yourself, he's going to be looking for qualities like, does she work hard? Does she have her own? Can she hold her own? The other thing is they look for, do you have hobbies? Do you have friends? Because the right guy, the healthy guy, he doesn't want a woman that's going to constantly be up his ass. Okay, the other thing, if you go out on a date with somebody and say you meet up at a bar, did you get sloppy drunk? Just, your conversation's flowing, drinks are flowing, but you went to that other place. You're already demonstrating that if you can't maintain on a first date and, you can't be an adult and you start, getting out of control and being sloppy, he's going to assume that every time he goes out with you thereafter that he's going to have to be your babysitter. Alright, the other thing that's a huge turnoff for a guy is a woman who complains a lot. You know, if he made the effort to set up the date, even if it's not your favorite place, even if the food wasn't that good, respect the fact that he tried and, you know, he did make the plan. So if you're complaining about every little thing on the date, that's going to be something that he's not going to appreciate when he goes to the efforts to take you out. Okay, so the final thing is guys are super down to earth, most of them. This doesn't apply to everybody, but if you come off snobby, you know, you're really, really high maintenance, you wear a huge amount of makeup, you know, you're in designer clothes, designer bags, he may not feel like he's on the same level with you, and he could, you know, you could come off like you're the type of woman that's going to complain to him about the way he dresses or, you know, things like that. So stick in your category when it comes to dating. You know, if you feel like you're a high maintenance girl, there's nothing wrong with that, but you might want to seek out more of like a high maintenance man. Okay, another thing is being kind of snobby or judgmental or being critical at all during the date. Guys are mostly down to earth, simple creatures. You know, if you're coming off really snobby and judgmental, that's going to be another turnoff, because now they're going to be afraid to introduce you to their friends or their family, because they may think that you're high maintenance, and unless you're a high maintenance guy, it's not really going to work out. Also, if you present yourself as a princess, you know, you want a man to worship the ground that you walk on, and you're not willing to give anything in return, and, you know, you want to live like a lifestyle that is just catered to you. That's going to be a huge turnoff for a man. Alright ladies, so take this information with a grain of salt. This is just popular vote statistics type of stuff, so if this resonated with you and you find yourself doing these things, this may be why you didn't get a call back on that first date. Please leave a comment on the video if this resonated with you, or if you have any questions. If you want to hear more stuff like this, please subscribe to my channel. I also talk about mental health and well-being, as well as mental and emotional abuse for women. But thank you so much. If you watched this whole video, I appreciate it, and be well.